Quack, quack, quack.
Well, yeah, also what he's saying, like, he's dependent on a lot of items to get the Fury regen,
Right.
which makes me think about what items would have Fury regen on them. But, yeah, and he's saying, like, well, or you might be sacrificing too much, and then you're just kind of, yeah, I have lots of Fury, but I do no damage at all.
Yeah, doing an endless whirlwind but doing no damage. I mean, that's not fun.
I have
Yeah.
infinite fury, but have the strength of a 14-year-old girl. Watch me whirlwind.
Coming to get you.
Which also means on the other extreme, you could just not worry about fury management at all, go pure damage, crazy two-handed weapon, and just, you may only go a few inches, but you'll completely rip people's faces off for those 2 inches.
Actually, if there is an infinite fury and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, then female barbarian with that build, and I'll name her Slap Fight.
Yeah.
That's priceless.
The joke will be funny for about a half hour, and then I'll get tired of
Then it'll
playing
get
her.
old. And you'll be like, why did I spend 20 hours making this Infinite Fury build?
This is infuriating.
Zing!
I see what you did there.
Bazinga.
Alright, let's move on to that.
So now, got a bunch of art,
Yep.
and one that actually really, usually I gravitate more towards the concept art, but in the latest batch, one that really stood out to me is the fire bat.
Yep, the fire bat.
Skill. Finally, a really good shot of those fire bats, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, that looks awesome.
Dude, it does look awesome.
Not to mention the play on words from StarCraft, obviously. Like to reuse certain things over time. Like,
Oh, yeah. Fire bats. Awesome spell. Look like Batman tossing around batarangs.
Flaming batarangs.
he looks like he's rocking out with those bats, man. He's got his
I really like Diablo's new look.
Oh, yeah.
The
That
digital
picture.
Diablo pick.
Yeah.
That
awesome.
looks so cool.
That's actually one they've been using for like the posters and stuff like that. Somebody posted on the forums on that interview with Jay Wilson. There was a poster of this image in the background behind Jay Wilson, and somebody asked if there was an image of that floating around on the internet of just that picture of Diablo, and they actually had it on Sons of the Storm. Glowy, which is the artist who did it, Wee Wang. It was on his Sons of the Storm page, and so I cropped it out and put it up on Battle.net, and then the next batch. Bashiok threw it up in there
Hi,
for
Dad.
everyone to download. What are you giggling at?
Wee Wang, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's his name.
Wee Wang.
Yeah, Wee Wang. He's responsible for most of the super badass Diablo art.
Wee Wang.
Yeah, I forgot what his nickname was around the office, but
Small dick?
I think it is
Just
something
watch. He's like a ninja, and he's just going to be at your house tomorrow night and be like, what did you say about my penis? He'll be like, what was that? And then just out of the closet, just knives. Nothing but
A
knives.
kid and a kid. Oh, so we're only 100,000 away from the 1 million likes.
That's right. It's something special.
That's right.
Oh, no. It's Big Wang. That's what he's called. Big Wang. Around the office.
That's completely different.
That is completely different, isn't it?
That's the polar end of, yeah. Wow.
No, but seriously,
Wang's
I'm going to
the
throw
big
up a
one.
link to his profile on Sons of the Storm, and you should check it out because his art is amazing. He's responsible for that picture of the barbarian with the flaming axe and the sword, and he's standing on top of Diablo's head.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
Awesome stuff.
Now, one thing I've been noticing in the latest batch, we've actually, a lot of the gameplay shots have actually been getting a lot more focus in terms of this, okay, well, what are they trying to show us here? Like, we've got the male wizard running around, and there's this great shot of something getting gibbed. I don't know, it's just a giant explosion of blood. And a demon
I think
hunter
that's
fan
actually just a barrel. It's one of those
Barrels full of
doodads
blood.
on the side. Yeah,
a barrel full of...
all the random stuff in those dungeons you can destroy.
There is something I wanted to ask about and see if you guys know the answer to, is how chests, because we see a glowing chest up there in the top corner, and I was wondering how those work for loot. That if the person who clicks on it opens it and they just get the loot from it, or if it will simultaneously drop loot for everybody from it. like bosses and monsters?
I think it's
I-
everybody.
Yeah, I think it would function the same as any other loot.
Okay,
So
that would make sense.
I was gonna say I don't know for sure, but it seems logical enough that if you are within a particular range, anything that is dropped, whether it be a chest or a monster or anything else, it's going to subdivide the loot according to the system that's in place.
Right.
I'll let you know in October.
Hey, I'll be there too, buddy.
Nice.
Hey, you don't know.
I get
might
tickets.
be playing the beta before then.
Oh, that's actually
think of
true.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well, yeah,
Think about
no,
that.
the beta should definitely be out before then, as long as it doesn't get
Yeah, still subject to
delayed.
change, but we're hoping for
Right.
September by the latest, July by the earliest.
I mean, if they're shooting for a 2011 release, they'd have to, because yeah, they were talking about doing 6-month beta. I mean, come on.
Well, 6 month that was like the StarCraft 2 timeline. Diablo might not need as long, because they don't have to do as much balancing and all
yeah,
that
it's
stuff.
like stress testing, bug testing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's true, but like I say, this was from their words, not mine.
Oh.
That was one of the original
yeah, they
posts that
wanted
it was
to
6
do
months.
they wanted to do a 6-month beta. That was their
That was
But how long ago was that?
Well, hang on. Was that the full beta, like internal and external, or a 6-month external beta?
That time, I
they didn't
don't think it
really-
was that specified.
Yeah.
Plus, they
So it
could
might be
have had
just in total.
they could have had a different idea in mind. I mean, right now it sounds like they're strongly pushing for a 2011 release, so they could be like, well, we can manage to cut the beta short if necessary to get it out in 2011, if at all possible.
Not to mention, they also said that they've already started the internal testing.
Right. Did we mention that? That was like a big thing.
We didn't.
No,
that's
I think
huge.
we missed-
How could we miss that? Well, there we go.
Yeah, I guess that's really important because it means that everyone in Blizzard Entertainment and possibly
Friends and
does
family.
it include Activate? Well, so it's the so everyone in Blizzard Entertainment is now involved in testing or has access to a testing copy instead of just like it's no longer just the Diablo team.
Mhm.
So that means, if you've got a loose-lipped DM on the line on WoW, maybe you'll get a tidbit.
Probably not.
That's-
Probably not.
know.
Hopefully they value their job
Yeah.
more than just
I don't think
feeding
anyone
us,
would risk
in-
their job for that. Just to be like, hey, here's a little tidbit. You'd have to be an idiot.
Yeah. I would like to point out, though, there are idiots in this world.
it is, an interesting observation, though, because Blizzard is not known for leaks. They're known for being one of the few companies that pretty much has no leaks
That's right.
at all, ever.
Yep. And we've touched on that issue before.
Yeah, and I always think of that old Penny Arcade comic where they've got like bombs planted in the employees' brains. Well, how else do they keep this tight-lipped? It's like the bomb says no.
They're also no nonsense about that kind of stuff. It was like that leaked timeline, and then coincidentally, like 3 days later, the big President China guy got fired. And then, like with the Blizzard North guys, they tendered their resignation, saying, "Listen to us, or we quit." And they're like, "Yeah, okay, you're fired."
Peace.
Yeah, they're no nonsense with that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So, in the future, if anyone's trying to blackmail them, I don't suggest it. It won't go over well for you.
Probably not. Let's touch on the last images we got. We got some monster concept art. I haven't seen this guy before. He's a big fat dude with some spikies.
Is that
Yeah,
the
it's,
overseer guy?
Yeah, it kind of looks like an
no,
overseer.
This is actually, if you read the little thing that went with it, they said, "Oh yeah, this is actually from the same timeline or monster type as the goat man," and you can kind of see the hooves down at the base, and you're going, "Well, this is not a goat man I was expecting to see."
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I've been very confused about this photo ever since I read the description of it. Super fat goat man,
Yeah, obese goat man.
and he's got some kind of staff.
Yep, goat head on there.
Shaman,
Yep, probably.
something along those lines.
Mhm.
Leader type, sit in the back, fire artillery, make everybody else worse to deal with.
Yep.
Kill
Really
heroes.
gross when he dies, I'm sure.
Look like a barrel of blood exploding.
Ugh.
Well, remember that one monster they had in their animation design? They said they want to freak people out. Sometimes it just kind of fell over and its guts poured out. Really, really overly disgusting. Yeah, I could see this happening.
Awesome. And the last image we got is of the Demon Hunter. Just, standard screenshot. Nothing real exciting going on. Phantom Blades going out. I think that's all we got for this show, yeah? Gentlemen, all the news we got?
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
I think that about covers it.
Cool. I should have this up by tonight then. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be recording episode 24 later this week, and that one will, like I said before, we'll close out Diablo 2 Act 3 and also the Black Road for the lore section. So look forward to that later this week. And then the show after that, we should be doing another live concept art show. Probably not Friday night, but we'll fill you in with more details when it gets closer to the date. So, say goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye.
Later.
And we'll see you all next time on the Worldstone Keep.